Okay, I'm going live.
It's gonna sound like either. What is happening, people? This is The Drop coming to you live from Cactus Music. Quinn Bishop, fresh off a little vacay, energized, ready to be back and doing it. All right, so you guys know the drill. New music, that's what it's all about. What are we kicking it off with?
And we're talking like exclusively new music this week because we got some catching up to do. First up, new artist, not new to the digital realm, but new to the physical realm. Keshi, who was born here in Houston, born in Sugarland, Vietnamese American, alternative R&B, electronic soul guy. This guy has 1 billion streams.
Yep.
1 billion.
Yep.
With a B.
Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't heard him, check him out. It's interesting stuff. EP he dropped in 2018, The Reaper, kind of got this ball rolling and became a big fan favorite with K-pop fans.
Yeah.
BTS shouted him out, and the next thing you know, the dude blew up.
Yeah, signed to Universal and launching into the physical realm here. We're doing an event with him on Monday.
That is super cool.
Yeah, and this record is huge international. Like it's huge. I think his tour is starting across the pond. But he's doing meet and greets at a few stores in the U.S. And then
that's cool that you guys are one of the stores, man.
Yeah,
hometown.
Man.
I love that.
We're easing back into events with these personal appearances where people can get an autograph, get a photo op, that kind of thing. It's a good way to get a toe in there. And then
and I'm always amazed when we're doing this stuff and you're like, oh yeah, we had them in store. I'm like, of course you did.
Yeah,
like everybody's been here. Everybody's been to Cactus.
Of course we did. So people can meet him at the store and get an autographed copy and a photo.
And there's going to be a lot of people here. They're expecting a lot of people. So
they're wanting us to cap it so that he has enough time to do his thing. So all you got to do is pre-buy the LP or CD. Through us at the store, and you're there.
Love it.
You're there.
All right.
See you there. I'm excited about this record. Placebo is back. Gender bending alt rock band. I think this is their 8th album.
It's got to be. It's in the 8 or 9.
One of the more unique voices to come out of the
Brian Malco. Absolutely.
Crazy voice.
Absolutely love him. They didn't break here.
No, way bigger across the
world. Bigger in Europe, and really good songs. Maybe a kind of like a Muse-ish, little Muse vibe.
I would say that's right.
Before Muse was Muse, kind of a thing.
And the guitar's like so angular, and
really angular, really great.
His voice is cool, and Bowie was a huge fan.
Yeah.
Yes, he collaborated with them.
I think
and asked to collaborate with them.
I think it's like 95 might be the first EP or whatever, and I had to look it up. So 1998, the album that I bought, Without You, I'm Nothing. Great album. There's also you can find it on YouTube. I think it was recorded in France. Frank Black comes on stage to do a cover of "Where's My Mind" with him, and they take turns singing the.
And I hear the guitar thing with you saying that. It's like, that's their cut from the from the sample. Very cool band. Good to have them back.
Absolutely,
and I think this record promises to be a good one.
Yeah, you will not be disappointed. Colored vinyl too, guys. Boom.
Oh yeah, indie store exclusive colored vinyl on that one. Indie store exclusive colored vinyl on this one. This one's yellow. This band Wallows. And this is going to be a big record. They had several EPs. Their first full length Nothing Happens was a big record and sold forever. So a lot of I'm sure from the record label Atlantic, a lot of hopes that this thing's going to continue to do big. You know, their catalog still sells steadily for us, which means new people are constantly discovering this band. And when that happens over a couple of years, when a new record comes out, it just
it's
really
a good sign.
pops. Yeah, and we have some free guitar picks that are brand new.
There you go. Young guys got together in Los Angeles. Really cool stuff, kind of chill, you know, but I like it. Everything I've heard from them, I like. They've got a video out for one of the songs too. What is it? At the End of the Day. Cool video for that song. It's a good song.
It's kind of too easy to throw them in that indie pop thing. There's a lot going on there. It's very, I can understand why people really dig it. It jumps out.
Yeah, I think they've got some depth to them, so I think that's good.
We'll see where it goes. Good to see these bands being young. One of my favorite musicians, always, he stops in the store, but
legend
for personal appearances. He's the Zen guru of Texas country.
Yes, sir.
Ray Wiley Hubbard, and this is the second installment in his co-starring series, and there's some people on that. Right?
Yeah, and I got to interview him during COVID, during the lockdown. We talked about this. He had just talked at length about recording with Ringo and Joe Walsh, Chris Robinson. So here we go, guys. On this, in case you're wondering, Willie Nelson's on a track. I mean, we can stop there. Let's see. Steve Earle. Something from the harder side of stuff. Lizzie Hale and John Five are on a track. Hayes Carl, Jim McMurtry are on a track. Holy crap. Charlie Sexton, Winona Judd. All on a track, and then of course Ringo Starr returns, Lucas Hubbard, Steve Lukather, there you go, and Wilson. Oh, Band of Heathens on the last track.
I mean, it's
Charlie Sexton News, Archangels, One Night, Heights Theater, April.
Oh wow, 7th. That's gonna be. It's
probably a Wednesday night. I don't know. Yeah, I want to go. I called a buddy of mine who got tickets Glenn Davis right away. He's like,
he texted me. He's like,
that's amazing though. And if you don't have any Ray Wiley in your life, this is a good time to do it. What a sweet man. He's awesome. Wonderful person.
And genuinely, like, one of the funniest people. That, you know, his memoir is terrific.
I need to read that.
It is really good.
Okay, fantastic. Really there you go. Shout out to the legend.
We're staying on the Texas Americana train. Lisa Morales, who Houstonians will know from the group Sisters Morales.
Yeah.
She has a brand new EP. This sounds great. I mean, she's such a fantastic singer, a really, really good songwriter. Probably, you know, that's your Anderson Fair, Monkey Duck crowd, right there. But really, kind of, you know, what Houston is known for hip hop. You know, we were known for really great folk music, and she fits right.
If she'd spent 30 years doing this in Nashville, you know, I think she'd be a big name.
Yeah, that's all her buddies went up there, and she's gonna have an all Spanish EP
very cool.
in May.
Very cool.
So
very cool.
Good to have her back, and
what a
you know,
voice.
great to be talking about regional, independent artists.
That's right.
Records. Next we have this is the indie store exclusive version of Bo Burnham's
Burnham. Sure.
His Inside, which is the soundtrack, I guess, from his Netflix special, which I have not seen, but I am told it is just like one of the best pandemic like stories, and you know, great comedian.
Yeah.
And obviously, this is, you know, the best comedians always kind of pair that with like real life
good
stuff.
Good friend of mine. He's a local musician. Kept calling me when that special. Have you seen it yet? No, I'm at work. You know, have you seen it? And he's like, it was like the greatest thing he'd ever seen. So there he is, inside his apartment or his home doing this, and you know, super witty. Yeah. You know, the lyrics are incredible. For God's sakes, he rhymes carpool karaoke and Steve Aoki in one song. I'm like, respect for that.
That's a big win.
Yeah, man, come on. What else did we want to mention?
I was just going to say that you know, this thing was delayed. It was supposed to come out like October of last year. It's finally some kind of production issue, but finally out.
I'm glad that you said delayed. Did you see the post from Jack White?
No.
Where he goes at the three big music labels.
Oh, I did see that. And you know, I think that is the timing of that music fans was because of these studies are being done by big record companies to determine if they want to spend the money to build more pressing plants to make more records. And guess what? They don't want to do it.
No, they don't want to do it.
So this is that statement was a direct.
He went at him.
He went at him. Like,
yeah. If you don't follow him, it's at official Jack White on Instagram. It's a good follow. You know, obviously new music about to drop from him. I know the tour was announced.
Record is April.
Yeah. But anyway, love Jack. That's fantastic. Good for him.
Yeah. Read that. That's really
him.
interesting. All right, man. A band that we both loved, Sonic Youth, from 80s and 90s. Sadly, no longer with us.
Right.
This is a compilation of some of the best stuff that is either digital only or from rehearsals. I think this is going to be an ongoing series from them. It's the first that this has been out. But essential music you need to hear that was previously unavailable.
Incredibly important band.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, for young guitar players like ourselves, when we saw them, like, it was transformed.
We're like,
right?
what are they doing? It's like it was this alien language. Amazing stuff. Yeah.
I think fans are really excited. There's not been any new Sonic Youth music in the decade. So we're back with that.
So is this another one of those limited?
There's an indie store exclusive edition, but there is a regular edition that should stay in print.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So you won't have to miss out. And of
you
course,
can get your hands on it.
What we're talking about is on CD as well. Next up, we have an anime soundtrack, My Hero Academia, and this is a hugely popular manga anime series, and I definitely wanted to include this one today because really interesting. There was an anime studio here in Houston for decades.
A lot of the voiceover happened here.
A lot of the voiceover, and our good our friends from here in Houston. Lucy Christian is the voice of one of the main characters.
Did not know that.
Yeah, she goes to Comic-Cons. And
for the artwork alone, this is cool.
Yeah, it's good. Very, very. Show those guys right there. It's very true. If you're coming from your G-Force era anime, there you go. Nice. But yeah, it's cool to have a Houston connection on that. And this whole series, Milan Records, has been issuing all this music that's never been on LP.
Yeah, people are buying it.
People are buying it.
Anything that's connected to that is an immediate sold.
Okay, this is one of the oddest things I had to order for the store. It's really hard to know if people really were into it. So it's a new release from Tool, and this came out last Friday.
Check it.
And it is a re-recording of a track by Create, and it is,
which is what, 20 years old?
Yeah,
for the 20th anniversary or something like that.
And it's a Blu-ray of a new film for that song, and of course the packaging is it's
very Tool.
It's a media. What do they call that? It's not a media book, but it's a cloth bound book with images, and of course So it's like, will people buy a Blu-ray of one song?
Yes, they will.
Yes, they will.
Yes, they will. Absolutely, they will. Check box if you under must have if you're a Tool fan.
And just announced that their last album, that Fear Not Going On, is finally coming out on LP.
So I have to ask, what is this going to go for? Do we have a price on it yet? Do we know?
It's affordable. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's not like a crazy expensive limited edition.
I have to ask because people are going to ask me. My buddy's going to be like, dude, how much was that?
Oh, they can just message Christina on social media. She can deal with all that.
I love it.
She's going to love it. I love it. Let's hope she doesn't watch this.
Cactus music.
Cactus music. And we're keeping it heavy, man. There's two. Their record. This band's records have been unavailable forever. Trading for huge money. They finally started to reissue them. This is two Mars Volta pieces. One is Tremulence.
Oh my God!
Which is their first EP. I don't even know that I've ever seen an original copy of that on vinyl, but now available again. And I think this is a glow in the dark vinyl. What does the sticker tell you?
It's what's so funny? It's like by the time I heard like One Arm Scissor by At the Drive-In, they were done. It was like
it came quick. It didn't last long.
And then for me personally, I thought Mars Volta was going to be like pretty much a continuation of and it wasn't. So that first record never connected with me. And actually, the band split, and Omar and what's the singer's name? I always forget. They went Mars Volta, and then the other two guys became Sparta. Yeah. So I actually bought Sparta's first album and really liked it, but it was more accessible.
It was more
Mars
accessible.
Volta was really going. They were really going to push they were going to push the envelope. Yep.
Which, you know, I mean,
their Live from Abbey Road is freaking
amazing
if you've never seen it.
You know, they're one of those bands that even if it's not your thing, you got to hear it because they're way out on the fringe. They're
absolutely worthwhile.
And tremendously influential.
Absolutely worthwhile.
And this, I don't remember this. I don't think this has ever been on.
I don't either.
Other piece by him called Landscape Tantrums, and this is the original demos from
Deloused in the crematorium.
And I like how they did the faux rubbing on the package where it looks like an old record that's been sitting in a box. But that's on glow-in-the-dark vinyl as well. So finally, good to have some music from these. You know, and I love it when pieces like this come out because what it means is people that really want it aren't saving all their money to buy some pressing of it. They buy an affordable pressing of it right now. But don't wait too long because these things slide out of print, and then you can't get them.
The pride of El Paso, Texas.
El Paso. Put them on.
Shout out, baby, shout out.
Oh yeah. So that was the first of our reissues, and we're gonna keep cruising here with more reissues. This is Bon Iver. This is the 10-year anniversary of that self-titled album, and they changed the artwork to where it's this embossed cover. Can people see that? That's all raised. Look how cool it is. So they took the image on the front. It's like a waterfall, pastoral image, and but you know, I had forgotten this record won the Grammy.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, it was Grammy winner, alternative
album. Song not featured here. But I was on the way here, Blood Bank came on, and I was like, man, I hadn't heard that in so long. What a great song.
He's cool.
What a great voice.
I mean, I think he really kind of changed the folk.
Oh, 100%.
You know, he's one of those
made
artists
it cool
that people
experiment with it. Exactly right. Yeah, no one could pronounce his name. You know, I heard it a million different ways. I was still to this day uncomfortable saying it in public because I don't want to be judged, especially in a music store. I couldn't say it out loud in Cactus. No. What was that side project he did that was so cool? Was it Volcano Choir?
There's a couple. I know the one you're talking about.
The song was called Terraform. There's a great video for it too.
I don't know there was something.
Oh,
yeah. No, he's cool. Justin Vernon. Justin Vernon, by the way. He is Bon Iver.
Yeah. Yeah, but you nailed it. Yeah.
I think people were trying to figure out how to do modern indie folk stuff.
Yeah,
and then
he made it very cool.
He gets on the scene, everybody's like,
Yep. Made it very cool.
We're taking the opposite direction. Blink 182 Greatest Hits finally on
And I'm not ashamed to say I love this band.
There you go. I mean, fun, right? Excitement.
Yep.
Man, you got all the hits on here on 2 Slabs of Wax. People ask for their records all the time. There hasn't been that much available, and the original albums have been reissued, but not the greatest hits.
For me, still first album, Dude Ranch is my favorite.
That thing was kind of
There's so much good stuff on there. It's amazing, and I think they were like 19 and 20.
Yeah, they were
maybe
kids
when they recorded that before Travis Barker was in the band.
Right, and that record was like, even the full run of that record didn't establish him as like big star.
No. It was that second major label album, I think, that did it for them. Everything's on here. You name it, it's on here. So, and it's cool. I'm glad that shout out. Look at that.
Bang.
All right.
Next up, Goldfrapp. This is their debut album on. And I love the cover art. It's so like silent film era, right? So odd, and you're like, what am I looking at? English synth pop band on the Mute label, and I'm calling them synth pop for lack of a better.
I've heard maybe one Goldfrapp song in my life.
Cool. It's very, again, we use that term cinematic. I mean, there's really lush, otherworldly.
Yeah.
There are you'd be surprised. You throw this record on, you're going to know this music from films, from TV.
Yeah.
Creates a mood.
Cinematic soundtrack kind of.
Yeah, creates an evocative mood. You can still be poppy. Great band. And
excellent.
Also kind of cut from the same cloth as this band, which Daft Punk.
Look at that.
Their reissues have been playing on vinyl for years. Finally got Discovery back in. You know, for those not know, French electronic duo recently retired. Nobody really knows why. There is mysterious. Nobody knows the identity of these guys.
Are they though?
I mean, who knows?
No one stays retired.
No one stays
unless you
retired.
retire and die. There's a 90% chance you're coming back.
So
remember when, and kind of connected.
Mm-hmm.
When God, who was they did the song. God, anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
So you got, and so these guys, probably one of the most influential modern dance artists, like influenced everybody.
Hands down.
Had hands on tons of other people's records, including like rolling into hip hop stuff, and even The Weeknd.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And what was that? What was the album they released that just went? The one that went with the gold helmets. That's the one that just went.
Random Access Memories. That's the record.
It got like the Grammys was everything. It was like this December. I'm throwing a big party for my birthday. You didn't make it to the last one because I didn't invite you, but we weren't doing the drop at the time. We weren't officially. We were not officially involved in the phenomenon that is the number one streaming music talk show in the KRIV universe. But I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want these guys to play at my house for my birthday.
Well, let me tell you. Okay, one thing.
I wonder if they'd come out of retirement to do it.
My entire time working at record store,
yes.
I will tell you that you have to be ready for anything to happen at any point.
Oh, fair enough.
There's always nutty stuff going on here. And one day, this is not so long ago, like a month and a half ago, I'm doing my stuff. I'm all over the place in here, just doing whatever I got to do. Dude walks in the leather. Customer walks in the leather outfit from Random Access Memories with the helmet on. Just walks through the store.
That is fantastic. Don't you have like cameras in the store or something? There's got to be video of that.
Yeah, well, of course we have employees that are super fans of the band, and then he's one of our customers, and had seen him somewhere. And he's like, "Oh, can you come by the store? We went for a photo op." So he came through the store and took photos of the
That's
shop.
Fantastic.
It was.
I love that.
Great.
I love that.
Love it. Never know what's going to happen.
You never know. You absolutely don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, let's get back to rocking.
Let's do it.
The Pretty Reckless.
Yes, Miss Taylor Momsen.
Yes.
And the band.
Going to Hell, New York City hard rock band. And, I mean, people throw them in the metal bucket. It's hard rock.
It's hard rock.
It is hard rock.
And she gets a lot of grief.
She does.
Because she's done some acting and she's done a bunch of stuff, and she catches. And I don't think it's not. I don't even know why, but the haters come after her for whatever reason.
It's hard to change.
I think it's a good. I like their stuff. I don't own any, but I think they're a solid band.
Cool band. And great live band from what I hear.
Yeah, exactly.
This is their second album, which I honestly don't remember it being on vinyl first time around. This is on Purgatory Purple vinyl for the indie record stores out there, and check them out if you need some rock and roll.
Absolutely.
There you go.
European Summer Festival, like they're on every bill.
They're on every bill. Yeah, I mean, I think they they broke over there. Okay, this guy, Frank Zappa.
We've heard of him.
One of the most influential musicians of the 20th century.
Yeah.
His estate manages all of his recording, and they just keep putting stuff out that, he recorded everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he was an engineer and just, made sure that everything he was doing was recorded. This is, his Fillmore album from, I think, 72 is like the legendary go-to Frank Zappa. For a guy that has more albums than I have blood cells, it's saying something when that's a go-to album.
Yep.
This is an expanded version that you get. Fillmore East New York City, 1971, a whole box set of shows. I don't even know how many discs are in here. There's a vinyl component where they break it out there too. But it's the 50th anniversary of the Mothers of Invention playing at Fillmore East, and that is the occasion that we're seeing this stuff come back.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, love him or hate him, he's just a firebrand and one of the
I
most
don't know that people
influential
hate him. I
artists.
know a lot of people didn't understand it.
Here's what I think. I think many people really like him and find it difficult to listen to.
I agree.
You know,
We understand his contribution, and
he's super cool
as a composer. Just amazing studio, creator,
influential musician, and influential with grooming.
Rocked it. He had a very specific look, and wasn't afraid to go to Congress and tell them what he thought.
He did. I love that.
I
love that.
Activist.
Next up, another one of our favorite guys. We're going to talk about this one for our buddy.
Yes.
Glenn. Keith Richards' Main Offender, his second solo album, finally available again on LP. This is on a limited edition red vinyl for you indie record stores. His first solo album, Talk Is Cheap, was widely hailed as like brilliant. It was
called the best Rolling Stones album in 20 years.
Yeah, I think you're right. And this one, because it came after, I don't think it really, I don't think it clicked as big as the first one, but I like it every bit as much. It is groovy, and it's just all groove. Steve Jordan playing drums on that thing.
Yeah. Ivan Neville.
Yeah.
I think Charlie Drayton's still on this.
Yeah.
So the Winos, the band was called The Expensive Wine. Waddy Wachtel, just reunited. They just played the Beacon Theater in New York. There's some great interviews. 60 Minutes did an amazing piece on it as well.
Yeah, for charity.
For charity,
too,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, this is our last reissue.
That's fantastic.
I think it's the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
40th anniversary. 82.
82. Yep.
40th anniversary of this album, which they chose to honor. It's this band has reissued their catalog over and over and over with bonus tracks and stuff. So the 40th anniversary, you can buy the cassette of Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast, in its Norelco box right there, just like you're used to seeing it back in the day.
Look at this. Look how cool this is. For those of you that still have your Walkman cassette player, bust that out.
Or you're driving your grandparents' Eldorado.
Yeah.
It'll play.
Yeah. If you've got the old Jensen Triac speakers that you made the little boxes for yourself, wired them yourself in the back of your brot's Camaro.
People don't know what we're talking
No, they don't
about.
know. They've lost it.
They don't know.
They've lost it. They've gone to other programming.
We've overestimated our viewership. Oh man! But anyway, it's fun. It's fun when stuff like this. I love the cassettes.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
We're going to end with two RSD essentials, and we've talked about this series on the show. This is stuff that might not be, record store day is so crammed with releases that there's a lot of worthy stuff that doesn't fit, so they squeeze them in throughout the year. Yeah. And this is Jason Isbell, his album, The Nashville Sound, which is, I think this won a Grammy as well, and he's really, one of the voices. It's the future of country music. I think everybody would agree. Brilliant songwriter.
He's a bad man in a good way.
Yeah, and
hell of a guitar player too.
He's
a hell of a guitar player.
There's a bunch. If you're a fan and you're not used to listening to his music online through streaming services, there's a ton of covers and bonus content out there where he's just ripping with his
produced by the legendary Dave Cobb.
Yeah, so that's on Black Smoke vinyl. It's the record's been available, but occasionally they'll do a color variant just for fun for indie record stores, and that's what this is. Yeah,
that's so cool. I love that.
And our last RSD essential for today
is Record Store Day, baby.
This band M83, their album Saturdays and You.
Love them.
And very cool band. I will tell you, this is when I wasn't sure that the 80s were back. I heard this band. Oh, the 80s back.
Yeah. What was that? What was that album that was just they wouldn't stop playing it? Well, of course, for those who had like Sirius or lived in a city with a really great radio station, something Nights in the Sky, something in the sky. I can't remember what it was. And I remember it was the first time I'd heard them, and Animal Collective had a song out about the same time that was very like, I had the same thought. It was like, it's like 120 Minutes must be back or something like that, because you were hearing these songs that were in that. Yeah, it's the drum sound, it's the signal processing on the guitar. That chorused out, just that wash of chorus. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So,
This is a beloved band. I love this quote. This album is described as a shimmering, nostalgic pop ode to the '80s. I think that's
right,
accurate.
right on the nose,
So
man.
So one of their big albums, and this is on Autumn Marble vinyl, which I'm sure there's photos of it. Oh, there's a photo of what Autumn Marble looks like right here.
Looks like those butterscotch candies.
It does look like butterscotch.
Okay.
Candy, right? Don't eat these. Don't eat these. And that's
it.
That's
man. We packed
bunch
it.
of records.
We packed it in there, man. That's amazing. That's amazing stuff. And we are counting down to Record Store Day.
April 23rd. Gonna be a lot of good stuff going on here at Cactus, and we'll, as we did last week, we'll continue to highlight all the cool releases.
We're also awaiting the return of the legendary Cactus in-store performances. Hopefully one day, you know, spring is in the air.
We're getting spring is in the air.
There's all sorts of possibilities.
Hope springs eternal.
Yes. It's, the air smells like victory.
Or napalm in the morning.
Something like that. We should just do like movie quotes, but we get them wrong.
Oh.
I
hear that all the time. I mean, I hear people like,
and it's actually not that. And people are like, yeah, no, that's not it. Somebody said, because you feel how like time has just flown by. Somebody said that I think it's the 20th anniversary. Like a lot of 20th anniversary releases are, like I've heard, like the Walkman's debut album turns 20. I remember buying that like the moment I heard it. I was like, this is fantastic. 20 years ago. All right, man, that's going to do it. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to let you guys get back to the rest of your life. We're going to do this again next week. Please join us. For everybody who is in the chat, we've had to go to, I was unable to see it today, so I was unable to shout you guys out, but I'm sure Alice was with us and a lot of the usual suspects, and we thank you for that. And in the meantime, at Cactus Music, check them out. Follow them on the Instagram. You'll get lots of new music information there, and we will see you next time. Peace. We're out of here.